Hello and welcome back to Kawsar Technologies. This is session 15 of Library Management System. In today's video, we are going to implement delete action. As you can see in the table, we have delete button. When user click on the delete button, we want to delete student record from the database, as well as we will remove student image from the directory. That is good. Let's close the application. So, as you can see here, we have register action listener interface. In this interface, we have two methods. We overrided these methods. We have an edit method and we have an delete method. That is good. We implemented the onEdit method and all it is related code to update record on the database. That is good. Today, we will implement onDelete method. That means we want to delete record from student table as well as image from the directory. And here we have displayed simple message that can show current selected row ID and 0 column ID. We will remove this line of the code later. Let's first define a method to delete record from the database. And here we will write a simple method, for example, private void delete record, and we will pass ID and, for example, ID. So inside that method, we want to display confirm dialog. For that, we want to define a simple variable of type integer. And for example, is confirm equal, we will use JOptionPane.show message dialog. We want to use this overloaded version. And here we want to pass parent component null, Then we will pass message, for example, do you want to delete this record, and here we will pass title, for example, confirm, and then we will pass JOptionPane dot yes no option. We want to use yes no option. As you can see, we have an error. That is because here we called show message dialog method. We want to call show confirm dialog method. That is good. The error is gone. So thereafter we will define a condition based on the isConfirm variable. Simple. If isConfirm equal JOptionPane dot yes option. That means if user press the yes button, we will delete the record. But here in the first step, we will select student image path from the database. It is because we want to remove student record from the database, as well as we will remove student image from the directory. For that, first we want to read database connection from JDBC connection class. Let's use try catch with resources. And here we want to define a catch block. For example, SQL exception. That's so good. Let's read database connection from JDBC connection class. Simple. Connection con equal JDBC connection dot get database connection. Let's write a query to get image path from the database. Simple. String, for example, select query equal, and here we want to select std image from tbl student where student id equal parameter. That is good. Let's define prepare statement also. Simple. Prepare statement, for example, ps select equal count dot prepare statement of, we want to pass select query. So let's bind parameter also. Simple. Yes select dot set int of 1, and we want to get value from the id parameter because here we have id parameter. Thereafter we want to define result set. Simple. Result set rs equal, we have ps select dot execute query. We want to use execute query method because the query is select. Let's define our variable to store image path. Simple. For example, string image path equal null. So after that, we will define a simple condition. If rs dot next, we want to get student image from the database, and we will store that image path in image path variable. Simple. Image path equal rs dot get string of we have std image. That is so good. This was the first step by which we can select student image path from the database. Thereafter, we want to define delete query. For that, we want to copy this code from here and we want to paste here. Here we want to change this into delete query, and here we want to change this into PS delete, and here we want to use PS delete also. That's so good. Let's change the query also. Here we used select. Instead of that, we want to use delete, and we want to remove that. So after that, we want to execute the delete query. Simple. PS delete dot execute update, because the execute update method can be used for DML queries like insert, update, and delete. So after that, we have another step. This is very important step. In this step, we want to delete student image from the directory. So let's define a simple condition based on the image path variable. If image path not equal null and not image path dot equals, we have student images directory, then we have no image dot ng file. This is the default file. Anyway, let's define a file. Simple file, for example image file equal new file, and we want to pass image path variable. So let's define another condition. If image file, we have image file dot exists, we want to remove that. For that, we want to use image file dot delete. That means if the image file is present, we want to delete that. That's so good. After that, we want to write a simple message. For that, we want to use JOptionPaint.show message dialog. For the parent component, we want to pass null, and here we will write a simple message. For example, the record has been deleted successfully. So let's call the getAllRecords method also to get fresh data from the database. Simple getAllRecords. Okay, thereafter we want to write a simple message inside the catch block. For example, ex.print stack trace. Thereafter you can write another message also. For example, JOptionPaint.show message dialog. For the parent component, we want to pass null, and here you can write any message. For example, error deleting record, and here you want to concatenate ex.getMessage method. Okay, the method is completed. Thereafter, we want to call this method inside onDelete method. Here we have onDelete. We want to remove this, and we want to pass ID parameter also. That is good. Let's run the application. Let's delete this record. As you can see, we got a message. Record has been deleted successfully. After deleting, we got a fresh data from the database. Thereafter, we want to delete the last record. As you can see, the last record is also deleted from the database. That is enough for today. Have a good day. See you in the next one.